Hello. So tomorrow I have an assignment, and that means that I need to spend some time today sorting out my camera equipment and making sure that it's all ready to go for the shoot tomorrow. In the meantime, I thought it might be a good idea to give you a guided tour of the camera bag that I've been using for the last couple of weeks and the equipment that's inside it. Now, I've been working on a couple of rather eclectic projects, so there's a strange collection of camera equipment inside. It's not probably my normal setup, but before I take it all apart, I thought it might be quite a nice idea to show you. So I'm using an Amazon rucksack. Now, I use bags from lots of other manufacturers, Think Tank, Domke, Lowepro, Billingham, and they're all very good for their specific uses. But I bought this bag 3 years ago for a trip to Africa where I needed something really rather lightweight that could take a lot of gear, and it's been amazing. It's been really good. It's probably not the best rucksack if you really want the ultimate in protection for your camera equipment, but it's lightweight and it manages to fit a lot of stuff inside. It's very flexible. So let me just dive straight in. So to begin with, we have my Canon 5D Mark IV, which is still probably my favourite camera at the moment. It's got a 16 to 35mm Canon L lens on. I know there's newer cameras out there, there's the Canon R5 that's just launched, but at the moment I'm still happy with this. I've got my Think Tank wallet with my memory cards inside, and I generally use memory cards from Transcend or SanDisk. I have my Canon 70 to 300mm L lens. Now normally I use the 70 to 200 f2.8, but this is a new addition to my armoury, and it's brilliant because it means I don't have to carry a 300mm prime as well. So this is a great lens, leave that there. The image stabilization on this lens is amazing as well. I've been really happy with it. I've got a 50mm lens. I have a bunch of different Canon 50mm, but this is the 1.8, and it's amazing because it's so lightweight and it just kind of fits anywhere and you don't have to think too much about it. It's my favourite lens is shooting with a 50mm. I have the Canon 24 to 105, which is kind of a love-hate lens. That it's not my favourite lens at all, but it just gets the job done on so many occasions that I can't help but carry it with me. I also have my Leica in here, my Leica M9, which is wrapped up in this cool Domke lens wrap. And I've been using this a lot lately and really sort of falling back in love with it. It's got the 50mm lens on the front. We have a trigger for, this is what I mean, the camera bag, I've had to kind of Frankenstein bits of these things from other camera bags to make it kind of work, to make it offer the kind of protection and to fit around my gear. So I have this Godo trigger, which is for flash, which you'll find in a minute. And I have a drone in here, which, you know, I'm quite new to drones. This is a toy really, it's the Mavic Mini, but I've been experimenting with it lately. It's amazing really. And it just fits in the camera bag. How amazing is that? There's a controller. I have GoPro Hero 8 on this really cool selfie stick stand thing, which is really useful. So small, very handy. Now into the back, so that's the main compartment. I think I've got everything from there. Then into the back. One of the brilliant things about this camera bag is that it's just got this big sack on the back that means that you can fit all sorts of other stuff in that you wouldn't normally put into a camera bag. And I've put some quite eclectic stuff in there over the years. Now, I think a chicken was in there once, literally a chicken. Here we have a Zacuto Z Finder, which I use a lot with the Canon 5D Mark IV. I might do another video about that specifically at some point in the future, but this changes that camera. I put that down here. Then I have my Godo AD200 flash gun, which I've got a bunch of these. They're really good, kind of powerful, and I've got an Elinchrom lighting system as well, but these, you know, pack a lot of punch and they're lightweight. So we'll sit that there, and that's the trigger that I mentioned. There's a tripod in here. It's a really small little tripod. It's not particularly good. It doesn't replace my main tripod, which I use for all of my serious work, but it just gives me a bit of stability if I need it. And I have put my Canon 5D Mark IV on this little tripod and still got really good usable pictures. You just need to be really quite careful about how you use it. And I wouldn't recommend it over a bigger tripod, but it does give you that stability if you need something and you don't have your tripod with you. It's better than nothing. Let's pop that over there. I have a filter system in here from Lee. I have neutral density and graduated filters and polarizer square filters that clip onto the lens. Very cool. And then in this pouch in the top, I have hand sanitizer, you know, during these COVID times. I have this cool little wide angle lens from Moment, which clips onto the iPhone, which just gives you a few more options with your iPhone. And then I have this, I forget what I've got in here. I've got this incredible little light from Aperture. Now, this thing is brilliant. It's like the tripod, it's just in there all the time. So I've got other lights, but they're often not with me. Whereas this one is, it's rechargeable, and look, it's just kind of, you know, it's not the most bright light in the world, but good Lord, it's kind of handy when you just need a little light for something. And I've used this so many times. That just sits inside. I've got my passport, although I don't know why, because I'm not traveling at the moment. And I've got a little wireless microphone in here. And a few other little bits and pieces, a bunch of batteries in there, and in here I have something that's been with me for so many years, my Leatherman, which is just really useful all of the time, and some gaffer tape. And that's it, that's my camera bag. And I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this. This is possibly the smallest YouTube photography channel in the world. So thank you for watching, and please do subscribe or like. Comment if there's anything that you would like me to elaborate on more or go into more detail, and thank you very much for watching.